Hi guys, today I want to give you a driveway trader's tip about wheels. So I'm going to do a little video today which is going to show you how to just make them look pretty. Right, this isn't going to be a full refurbishment. I'm not going to sand everything down and get all the lumps and fill them and all that kind of stuff. But as a driveway trader, a tin of silver spray paint, or alloy wheel paint more to the point, and a tin of primer is going to be one of your best friends. This particular car came with black wheels and they were really poor. They were flaking because they weren't prepped properly. They weren't primed or anything like that. So today is just a little tip. Please do not, and I tell you now, do not put in the comments afterwards that I should have taken them off the rims. I should have spent all this time and money on them. These are cheapy cars, okay? I'm not going to go for a full refurbishment on wheels like this. So here's a driveway trader's tip, and you don't even have to mask the wheel up. Watch this. So today we're going to look at sorting these wheels out. Obviously someone's just gone over them with a rattle can. It probably looked very nice for about 25 minutes. And then they start to peel because they've not been prepped properly. I'm not going to take all the paint off it. That would just be daft. I'm also not going to take the tyre off it, and I'm not going to mask it. I'm going to give you a little tip and trick and a very cheap, easy and quick way of masking this up without all the faff. And the tools that we're going to need are brown paper or newspaper or whatever you got to go in here so the brake discs and everything doesn't get covered in paint. This is for wiping because we're gonna got some wheel acid and a wheel brush. Obviously primer, black paint, pack of playing cards. Yep, I'll come to that in a minute, and some sandpaper. So let's get it prepped. We've got our sandpaper. This is like any old grit will really do because this is just shitty stuff on here. We're just going to rub it, scorch it, get it all off where we can. That's not good. So again, need to redo that anyway. It was stuck on. Dodgy. Never mind. I got some more stuff that'll stick then on. So, as I did before, I'm going to wrap this in here. Really to save my hand more than anything else. And we're just going to very quickly rub that over. But first, a bit of acid wheel cleaner. Because there's no point in sanding dirt. So, doesn't have to be perfect. It's a quick one, so we'll just get all the dirt out of it. Job done. Take our cloth. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to rub it all down anyway. So what I want to do is I want to get it smooth so there's no edges on my fingernails. My fingernails didn't catch it anyway. And that means then it's smooth. You can see how easy it's coming off, so there's no primer on it at all. But I'm not going to have to dip them. And I'm not going to fanny around. I'm going to take these out as well because they just pull out, they're just caps. Going to wipe it down. All the dust off where we can. You'll know that this is all scratch now, which is what we want because the paint needs something to stick to. And that scratch surface will do that for us. Okay, so it's all scuffed up, smooth there. My fingernails don't catch any of the paint, so that's how I know it's done. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to fill this with paper and just protect the discs and the calipers. Now this is paper for painting cars, it's for masking. Reasonably cheap. Quite happy. Like so. Doesn't really matter if it goes over the lines here and here. Don't really care about that. This is a £2.5 car. If it was a 12, 15 grand car, I take the wheels off, take the tyres off and paint them properly. Okay. Now don't forget to take this out afterward. Years ago I had a mate of mine, well I say he's a mate, he did this, painted the wheels, forgot it was there, drove off and set the paper on fire. So don't forget that. All scuffed up, all there. Now we're going to take these out, take that off, put the cars around. Okay, so I've just masked them up, but I forgot to press record. Just to cover the nuts. Obviously that's out. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take our cards and we're just going to slip them in here. Perfect size. We can do that all the way around. And what it does is it protects the tyre without having to take it off the rim. The paint gets right to the edges and that is perfect. So let's fast forward this one, shall we? Here we go. Show you that. Full house. And now we're going to paint it. So we're going to take our primer. It's a simple grey primer. I think I bought, I don't know, 3 tins for like 12 quid, something like that. Shake it until you hear the ball rattle. So I'm going to do that and I'm going to come back. So, ready? Nice light dusting. First coat as always is just to cover. Because they're wheels, it doesn't matter if you get a little bit wrong. Not that I have yet. See, that could cause a run there. That's fine because we're only on a primer coat. As I say it, run. Ugh. Damn. Got a paint run there, and I got a paint run here. But it's fine, it'll dry, I'll do it. It's a set of wheels, right? I'm not going for perfection. The car is less than £2.5 grand. This is perfect now. You're probably going to get scuffed anyway before anything happens. Let's let that dry, it takes about 15 minutes and I'll come back. Okay, 15 minutes gone. It's touch dry, it's fine. I can see this is not going to be the greatest finish in the world, but the shine and the black should sort that out. So we're going to go with a second coat, a bit thicker this time. Okay, notice how that was different to how I painted the car. When I painted the car, I went long stroke, long stroke, long stroke. The wheel, it was short and sharp, short and sharp. Now, what I probably should have done was strip them completely down, but that would have taken so much time to do because there are little lumps out of it. But again, it's a cheapie. Alright, we're not going for perfection. We're not going for like a 25 grand finish. So we're going to let that dry and we'll come back. So, not that. Great. All the bloopers in this one included. So, shake until the ball runs thin. This is just a black gloss. And we're going to go very lightly first coat. Make sure you get in all the bits. So unlike with a panel, we can full coverage it on the first one and then give a nice second coat. So we'll come back when that's dry. So there we go. We only do one coat on it because it took very well. So I'm just going to pull the cards out and you'll see the difference. Yeah, totally different. You can see that because we use the cards, it's got right in the edge of the rim, all the way around. Okay, it's still got little chips and stuff on it, but stand back a couple of foot, it looks brilliant. Gonna pull out the paper. And we'll save that for the other wheel, the other three wheels. There we go. Job done. So that's the front one, and when I do them all it will look like this. Bit of a difference. It's not the perfect job, but for the sake of a tin of spray and about 20 minutes work, well, you know, between drying, I think it came out quite well. I'm happy with that. And this was the finished result about an hour later, when everything is set and cured. Now, as I said in the beginning, this was not a video to show you how to fully refurbish a wheel. This is a video to show you how to tidy things up. And as a driveway trader, 90% of the time, that's all you need. You know, I've had people come and look at them, and I've said, you know, obviously I've sprayed the wheels, I've painted them, I'm always honest. And they've said to me, well, you know, the car's like 10 years old, 15 years old, whatever. You know, that's what you would expect, but it looks fantastic. And I think it does look bloody fantastic. You know, if it was 7, 8, 9, 10 plus £1,000 car, then yes, of course I would have taken the wheels off, I would have done them properly. But the sake of, well, 2 to 2.5 grand this car is going to be, probably about 2, 3. You know, yes, I've got a nice chunk of profit in it, but every pound you spend is profit gone. And that's what you've got to be thinking of, especially when you're starting it. You know, do you have to do it? I mean, yes, it looks a lot better. It makes it a lot more saleable. But realistically, does it add any value to the car? Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. For me, it just makes it easier to sell. I mean, when someone comes up, like, I've always been of the mind of, I advertise a car very honestly. And then when someone comes and views the car, if they try and haggle, I ask them if there's anything that I didn't mention in the advert. And if they say, well, no, you mentioned everything in the advert, and they say, well, then why are you haggling? You knew the price before you come. And that's where I stick, and that's always a good little response. But yeah, so I even went as far as taking the badge off the back, because whoever had this car before us, or before me, I don't know, like gone over it with a paintbrush by the look of it. So I took that off, bladed that off on the back, and then just sprayed that black as well. And I'll put that back on, and it will all be done. So yeah, let me know if this helped you in any way, shape, or form, and I will endeavour to do some more videos.